Hello, everyone. A few months ago, I uploaded a video where I converted an IP address to a binary number, but forgot to record the rest of it. So this is that recording. Anyway, let's go ahead and start talking about what an IP address is. So an IP address has four segments. We can see the four here. These things are called octets. And the reason why they're called octets is because the number which is in these octets has 8 bits of data. So to give you an idea, 255 is the largest 8-bit number that you can create. Let's talk about how you can get this number. So there's an easy way to convert a decimal number like 255 into a binary number. To give you an idea, this number is 8 ones in binary. This is the conversion from decimal to binary. It's the largest number in an IPv4 IP address. How do I get that number? Well, it's very simple. Say I did not know what 255 was in binary. Let me show you. So for instance, in the decimal digits, say we have a decimal digit of 123. What is this equal to? Well, it would be equal to 3 times 10 to the 0. 2 times 10 to the first, plus 1 times 10 to the second. If you were to add all of these numbers up, you would get 123. Well, in the binary digits, it is replacing this 10 with a 2. So to give you an idea of what binary digits would look like, for instance, if I had a binary number of 101, what this would be equal to is 1 times 2 to the 0th plus 0 times 2 to the first plus 1 times 2 to the second. If we add these together, we first have this is equal to 1. This is equal to 1 times 4, and we add them together, we get 5. So this number in decimal, when this is in binary, is equal to 5. So if I wanted to convert this IP address down here, 192.1.3, let's start with this digit because it's the most simple. So we first start over here, and we can easily see that 128 is larger than 3. That's a problem. That means for that digit, it's a 0. And then we go down, we look at 64. 64 larger than 3. Yes. So that's also a 0. We'll find that all of these are 0 until we get to this digit. 2 to the first is 2. And we find that this is a number that is smaller than 3. So we're going to add 1 here. So this is the binary representation of 3 is what I'm currently doing. Next thing we got to do is we got to take 3, subtract 2 from it. We then get 1. Then now in where this 3 is, where we were comparing, we now compare the 1 right here. So 1 is equal to 1, so we're going to add that. Then we subtract 1, and we get 0. You should get 0 at the end because every decimal number should be able to be converted into a binary number. So for instance, this 3, the binary representation of it is 1, 1. Just like regular numbers, like say if my number was 38, technically I could have a 0 out here. What do we do whenever there's a 0 out here? We just drop it. So 38, 038 is equal to 38. It's the same way with binary digits. All we have to do is just say 1, 1, because it's implied that there are 6 zeros right here. 1 should be pretty easy. We find that all of these digits are too large except the last one. So it's just going to be simply 1. 168 is going to be a little bit more difficult. So let's start there. So 128, we find that 128 is smaller than 168. So we're going to add a 1 here. Then we take 168 and we subtract 128 from it. We find that this is 0, this is a 4, and then this is 0. So this is equal to 40. So our new number that we're trying to look at is 40. 64 is larger than 40, so it's a 0 here. We then have 2 to the 5th, which is 32. 32 is smaller than 40, so we add a 1 here. We then take 32 and subtract it. We then get 8 here. Now we're looking at 8. 16 is larger than 8, so it's a 0. We find that 8 is equal to 8, so we're going to put a 1 here. 8 minus 8 is equal to 0. So these numbers will just be zeros. Now these trailing zeros matter much more because this shows the digits. For instance, if I was saying the number 360, this number, we need this to equal 360 because this is not equal to 36 if we were to drop this 0. It's not the same thing. It shows the digits. So in this instance, we would have the binary digits of 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Let's look at 192 now. 192, I'm going to draw these guys down here for 192. So 128 is smaller, so it gets a 1. I take 192 and subtract 128. Of course, I'm doing this by hand and I don't feel like loading up a calculator, so we're doing it the old way that I used to do it. So now 64 is the new number. The next number is 64. We'll find that 1. 64 is equal to 64 here, so it's 1, 1. I then take 64 and subtract 64 from it, which is 0, which means the rest of them are going to be zeros. So there's going to be 6 zeros. So this IP address, if you convert it to binary, is going to be 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is the binary representation of this IP address. If you have any questions regarding binary conversions, please feel free to leave it in the comments. This is the end of this video. Have a great day.